Hi, good to see you. My name is Akshata Shetty, HR by profession, living in Mangalore, Karnataka. I'll be talking about three major topics: how to write a standout resume, crafting a great LinkedIn profile, few interview tips and tricks. Also, this course is designed specifically or precisely for freshers. Before starting the session, let me give you a small intro about my profession. I'm a human resource professional and founder of Filter Applicant. Filter Applicant is a recruitment agency. I help tech companies in fulfilling their UX or UI design hiring requirements. I've been working as human resource professional for 10 years now. I have helped and trained many students and freshers in resume writing, presentation skills, interview skills, and so on. Let's begin our course with resume writing. I know all of us hate spending time in creating resume. Instead, we prefer someone else creating it for us. But you need to understand the advantage of creating your resume. It will help you to be more authentic. Great practice for you to answer any questions asked based on your resume from recruiters or hiring managers. Now, before starting your resume, you need to know the basic difference between resume and CV. There's a lot of confusion between resume and CV. Most of you consider that resume and CV are same, but they both are different. So never call your resume a CV. I see most of the freshers mention CV in their subject line, body of the email, or name of the document. Please avoid that. That will be your first impression, and as soon as a recruiter sees it, they will start judging you. Now, what is CV and what is resume? Let's understand that. A CV is a detailed document. It provides an overview of a person's academic and professional accomplishments, experience, their skills, and qualifications. CV is commonly used by college professors or by researchers, as well as in any other professions like medicine and science. They talk in detail not just about their professional career but also about their educational background. So the CV will be 100% more than 2 pages, wherein resume are concise. They are typically shorter, usually limited to 1 or 2 pages, and focus on summarizing key qualifications, skills, and experience relevant to your specific job. So for freshers, please keep your resume 1 page, not more than that. How to write an impressive resume? That's a big question, right? But before learning how to write, let's focus on top mistakes that we should avoid while writing a resume. First is disclosing personal information. Disclosing too much of personal information is not needed. Your phone number, email ID, and location is more than enough. I don't want to know your father's name or your complete address or your date of birth. I'm definitely not going to send flowers on your birthday or do matchmaking. So please have some privacy. Second is spelling and grammar errors. Spelling and grammar errors are a big no. So please do grammar and spell check. You can use ChatGPT or Grammarly. So use the technology and stop being so lazy. Next is incorrect contact information. Recheck your email address, your contact number, and avoid incorrect information. Avoid cringe, unprofessional email IDs like coolguy@gmail.com or princesscutiepie@gmail.com. Just stop using such email IDs. Poor formatting and crazy fonts. The way you present your document should never be difficult for somebody to read, right? The font style you use a simple font style. Let that be the same throughout. Avoid using more than one font style. Do not write in paragraph. It's not your life story you're writing. It's about your professional career. So use bullet points when you write about your internships, your skill sets, etc. Avoid too much spacing between sections. Avoid excessive graphics or thick borders. Next, the most important thing is never lie on your resume. It's not ethical. When you lie about your skill set and fail to perform effectively in your job, your manager or your colleague will definitely have doubts about your integrity, and it might also lead to termination. So be very careful on what exactly you're writing on your resume. Next, unrelated hobbies. It's good to mention about your hobbies. It provides a glimpse of your personality and interests outside the work. But be careful, don't include hobbies like watching videos, playing video games, or collecting stamps, etc. Instead, if you are a painter, if you're into sports, if you're into photography, like some creative, real creative or artistic skills, you can mention those. Next comes adding references. Now, I understand that most of us used to add references, but in 2024, definitely you don't need to add references. Avoid adding references in your resume, like details of your lectures or lecturer or manager. It's old school. So employers will ask for references once your profile is selected. So adding references in your resume, currently it's not required. Next comes the headline, or post your headline. The something what you mentioned, something everybody mentions or talk about is career objective. Now, when you're just starting your career, it's fine to include a career objective, but according to me, it's little outdated. Instead, you can write a professional summary which provides a brief overview of your skill, experience, and achievements. When I say experience as a fresher, you can talk about your internship experience, your project work, also about your technical skill sets. Basically, write about what you as an employee can contribute to the organization rather than talking about what you're expecting from the company. Last but not the least, Word document. This is something I have noticed from many freshers and experienced candidates as well. Sharing or uploading your resume in Word format. This is the worst thing you can do. Word documents may display differently on various devices and software versions. This can lead to formatting inconsistencies, making your resume appear unprofessional or difficult to read. So, as a recruiter, I do not entertain candidates sending resumes in Word format. So, please convert it into PDF format before uploading it on any portals like Naukri, etc. So, these are the few mistakes you should avoid while writing your resume. What do you need to know before writing your resume? Two things: know yourself, know the job details. By knowing yourself well, you can tailor your resume to effectively showcase your strengths, experiences, and career aspiration to potential employers. Make a note of what are your skills and abilities, about your professional experience. It might be full time or internship. Think about your accomplishments in your previous role. What challenges did you overcome? What results did you achieve? Take details of your educational background, degrees, certifications, and any relevant coursework or training you have completed. Also, have clarity on your short term and long term career goals. What kind of role are you seeking? What type of company culture do you thrive in? This will help you to write your resume in a better way. Second, know the job details. Now, what is know the job details? It means make sure to have two resumes, a standard one and other copy, to thoroughly understand the details and to modify your resume accordingly. Now, you might definitely ask this question: creating one resume is difficult. Now, you want us to create one more resume. Now, doing so, you can increase your chances of getting noticed by hiring managers and securing interviews. You don't have to do anything much. You just have to have similar two resumes. Just the second resume, you have to make certain changes. Like, when you're applying for any of the companies, like, say, for example, you're applying for Wipro or Infosys. Now they'll have these job descriptions, right, in their websites or LinkedIn or Naukri, any of these portals. Pay close attention to their job description. Look for keywords and phrases that are frequently repeated throughout the job description. And if you have those skills, then add it in your resume. Understanding the job details is essential for crafting a targeted and effective resume. Now, make sure that only add those skill sets if you have it. Never ever lie on your resume. Now let's talk about few resume writing tips. First is avoid vague terms. Do not add vague terms like detail oriented or hard worker on your resume. Instead, write your skill sets, your tool knowledge, technical knowledge, etc. Make sure to mention your project and internship details. Do not write paragraphs. I think I have told this already. Never write in paragraphs. Instead, add your points using bullet points. Do some good research on your resume templates. There are many websites which offer good resume templates. Canva, Canva is one of the tools which I personally prefer. The hardest thing about writing resume is to be picky. Be more careful of the information you share and the words you use. Be truthful and keep it simple and elegant. Now, I'll show you two resume formats for your reference. As you can see, one resume has a photo and the other doesn't have a photo. You can use your photo on your resume only if you have a professional, clearly visible photo. If not, please avoid. You can see the summary, work experience, education details, skill set, or the core competencies, what they have mentioned. So these are the details what you have to mention in your resume as well. As I mentioned earlier, as please keep it simple and elegant. The final topic I'll be talking about in resume writing session is about cover letters. I recommend cover letters especially for freshers. You can make it a little colorful or keep it just plain with white background. Do not add too many colors or animations. It's not necessary. Always address the hiring manager, or if you know the person's name, good to always write their full name. The purpose of cover letter is to complement your resume and provide additional context and information that helps you stand out as a strong candidate for the position. It allows you to make a captivating case for why you are the right person for the job and why the employer should consider you for further consideration. Now you can see the format here. It's the first you have to address either name, location, date, month and year. The hiring manager, like dear hiring manager, I'm excited to be applying for so and so role or position. And then talk about introduce yourself in a nicer way and then highlight your achievements, skills, experience, if you've taken any kind of training, if you have done any kind of course, and all those things you can mention forward. And finally, write something like, I look forward to an opportunity to work with your company. Please contact me at so and so contact number, your email address for further discussion. You can also add a note like looking for a positive response. And finally, thank them for reading your cover letter, like thank you for your time and consideration, best wishes or best regards, and write your full name. So this is how you can create your resume and your cover letter. So finally, I would like to say a resume is what stands between you and your dream job. So make sure your resume game is strong.